Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Mamapreneur podcast. I am your amazingly fabulous hostess with the mostest in blue tonight, Robin. I am very grateful for you all to be here with us tonight for episode 90, y'all. Episode 90. Where has the time gone? Yes. It deserves a round of applause. Yes, yes. Very grateful each episode to be before you tonight. Tonight is going to be an amazing treat. Make sure you share this live. So I'm going to give you your round of instructions before I introduce myself. I want you to go ahead, whether you're watching us from Facebook, watching us on YouTube, watching us on LinkedIn. I want you to share this live broadcast. I don't think, or the replay if you're watching us via the replay. Um, Tonight's show is going to be amazing. I got some amazing folks on. I even got a kidpreneur on, y'all, kid author on tonight. And so you don't want to miss out, and you just never know who this episode is for. So make sure you are sharing tonight's live broadcast, okay? Or the replay in this case. So that's first things first. Also in the comments, let me know where you're tuning in from. So you would type that in the chat as well, where you're tuning in from. The beauty of the Mamapreneur podcast is that I have people that tune in from all over the world. And so my most recent analytics check, Trinidad and Tobago. I was like, baby, how you find me, and can I go to Trinidad? Just saying, I just want to go be by the water. Okay. So let us know in the chat where you're tuning in from, making sure that you share tonight's live broadcast. And this platform started from a networking event. Shouts out to Kesha Cash Power Team CEO. That's where we met. That's where I won a drawing. Now we have a show. So in the comments, I need you to tag your business. If you're a business owner, you got a book, child, you got a nonprofit, whatever it is, if it's a business of any form, put your business info, social media, website, etc. in the chat so we can network in the chat. And as I said a moment ago, flowers are always given every episode to Kesha Kesh, CEO of Power Team. 4 years, 90 episodes. Let's do this, girl. Let's do this. So my name is Robin, for those who do not know who I am. I have the pleasure of being your hostess of this show. Very grateful. The things that have transpired since giving Kesha this yes, and to be able to provide such an amazing platform for women business owners, and to be able to provide a community of women business owners from all over the world to be able to connect, collaborate, and be in community. So that's what this show and platform is all about. And very blessed to be upon you guys' screens every second and fourth Thursday evening. All right. Few announcements before I get to my first guest. So, first things first, have you subscribed to the Mamapreneur Podcast YouTube channel? You should. So, if you're on YouTube right now, I need you to go ahead and press that subscribe button and subscribe to All Things Mamapreneur YouTube channel. And if you're not on YouTube right now, when you get through watching the show, need you go over to Mamapreneur Podcast YouTube channel and subscribe. All right. Still on our road to 1,000 subscribers. All right. So help us out. Okay. Help a sister out. All right. Also, now booking for the Mamapreneur podcast through October through the end of the year. And actually have done some bookings for early 2026, which is crazy to me that 2026 will be here before we know it. So if you are a woman in business, you are serious about getting your brand out there to new eyes and new ears, now booking for the Mamapreneur podcast. It's not your traditional podcast, but you gotta book a call, honey, to find out why we're not your traditional podcast. All right. But it is where you need to be, honey. It is the room you need to be in. All right. So calendar link has been posted. Or if you want to know more as well, info as well, you can send me a DM directly at Mamapreneur Podcast on all major social media platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, not YouTube. Don't DM me on YouTube. Instagram. I like to say that we're everywhere, like literally everywhere. The joke is that we'll one day be in space. I just feel it, we're everywhere. But anyway, if you are interested, serious inquiries only. Serious inquiries only. Shoot me a message, and I'll be happy to provide more details on how you can be a guest on this amazingly fabulous platform. All right. So next, Mamapreneur always has events, whether they're virtual or in person, and want to give you guys the rundown of the June events. So on this upcoming Saturday, calling all of my new aspiring startup podcasters. You have a podcast in your spirit and you need to get it out. Well, I am having a podcasting summit, 3-hour summit, going through all things podcasting this upcoming Saturday morning. You must register in order to be able to get the info to join. If you know me and if you come to any of my events, I give gifts. So you're going to get a gift just for attending the summit. And there's lots more value where that came from. So this upcoming Saturday from 8 to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, if you know a podcaster that is interested in learning more or, wanting to get the ball rolling, this event is for you. Okay. This Saturday morning, 8 a.m. For my Dallas Fort Worth girls, Fort Worth, Arlington, Mansfield, North Lake, South Lake, all the lakes, West Lake, go down the line. What else is Tarrant County? Arlington, Mansfield. I was trying to go down the line. Fort Worth, whatever. Roanoke, Keller. I am having the Mamapreneur Glow Getters Brunch, June 21st, 1 o'clock in Fort Worth, Texas. Come get in the room. Come get in the room. The chicks that come to my events, they walk away with some meaningful connections, and they go off and do collaborations where they making money together. So if you want to be in the room with some chicks where you can make some money together, I need you to be in the room June 21st. And lastly, speaking of networking, do you ever go to networking events and you just don't do anything with the connections you've made at the event? Do you have a whole bunch of business cards from the last networking event that you went to and you ain't done nothing with those connections? Well, I need you to join me on June 30th. I am having the Mamapreneur Networking webinar, The Art of the Follow-Up. Because, honey, you got to follow up with folks. You can't expect them, hey, I got their information. Oh, they're just going to reach out. You have to follow up. So I got some tips and tricks up my sleeve because I've been doing networking events for about 3 years now. I think I know a little something, okay, about networking and getting people together and connecting and all those things. And so June 30th is for you. So it is a webinar. Again, gifts for just attending. But it's an amazing time, and it's just showing you some tricks, some tips and tricks, even for my introverts. How many introverts are out there? You the person on the corner of the room at the networking event. You the person I go talk to. Be like, get off that phone, look up. What's your name? Seriously, I've done that to someone that probably scared them half to death, but I didn't care. You could tell you don't be on a networking event looking down on your phone. Go talk to somebody. Go meet somebody. Anyway, June 30th, come join me. It's a vibe. Anyway, so before, no, I already talked about it. Never mind. So I would like to now get to my amazing first guest. And guys, this is an engaging podcast. So you in the audience, don't forget to let us know where you're from. Don't forget to share. But if you have a question for any of the guests today, if you have a question for me, type it in the chat. If you love the person that is on the screen, you can type it that you love them. If you just want to be the hallelujah corner, type that in the chat. All right. So, my first guest, I have double guest this time. So, I have the amazing Dr. Naina Gregory King and Zoe Harper Phillips, which is our Kidpreneur Spotlight. They're both authors. And Dr. Naina King is an author of The Social Emotional Learning Focus and My Skin is Brown, with over 40 years of service in education. She is a mama, she's a grandmother, she's all the things. She's a mentor, and we most recently met at a good friend of mine's event, and I thought it would be great to have her on today. Hailing from Illinois, Dr. Naina Gregory King and Zoe Harper Phillips. Woo! Hello, ladies.
Hello, how are you?
I am well. I am well. So, first of all, I am just so grateful that we connected. You know, you
Yes.
go to places and events and you just go and you just have a little fun and you say hi and all the things and our good friend Dr. Rena Lyons had an amazing event for authors, including herself, and she shined a light on these ladies today at the event. They were one of the few authors that were there. And I love that she had it set up where people can go and talk to each author. I thought that was just so cool. I like to call it a low-key book fair. You remember the book fair at school?
Yes.
Only difference was the authors were physically there. So I want to talk to first Dr. Naina. Let everyone know a little bit, real brief, about you, your story, and what made you say, I want to write a book.
Go. I have been in education for 42 years, and one thing that occurred, which has not happened in 100 years, was COVID. And during that time, I was working with a district, and I was the director of social emotional learning. And what happened during that time when children were at home, they had not had social interaction with other children, and grandparents were passing, family members. And when they came back to school, we saw there was a great amount of trauma. And so what we wanted to look at was what could we do to begin the healing, and not only academics, but dealing with the heart of a child, and what can we do to reconnect them back into a school setting.
Yes.
And so for 2 years, I worked with children. I worked with all of their issues and talking them through some of the feelings that they had. And I retired in December of 2023.
Amen.
And I was trying to figure out, after I had organized drawers throughout the kitchen and did gardening, what can I do next? And because I was a child, that when I was very young, my mother passed at the age of 3, I began to think about all of those pieces that I needed to put together to feel whole. And so then I wrote the book, Social Emotional Learning, for grades 2 through 6, because I think that when kids can tell their story, when they can look at people that are warriors for them, when they can see that there is a community, not always your immediate family. It could be a neighbor,
Mhm.
someone down the street, a church member, a teacher. Uh, and I just said, let me put all of that together to let children know, first of all, you're valued.
Yes.
You have a story. It's okay to share that story. And then understand that you got people and warriors on your team. And I also have a part in there where they can do some journaling, and they can decide on some short and long term goals of who they want to be and what they want to do. And I just felt that at the end of the book, a child would have something that they could go back and revisit and share with people in their family or those people that they trust. And it's a heart issue. And as
Awesome.
long as you can rub and soothe the heart, you can always help a child. And that was my goal.
Amen. Yes. Yes. And
Let
so,
me put on my lap.
what brought the idea of My Skin is Brown for Zoe to say, hey, book, let's turn this.
Okay, Zoe, it's on you.
It was because
You got to get louder.
And head up a little bit, Zoe.
that if your skin is black, white, or brown, it still doesn't matter. We are just people.
That's right, Zoe. Zoe, and can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how old you are?
I am 6 years old, and my birthday is on July 16th.
Okay,
And I'll be in second grade.
awesome. Hey, Zoe, I knew I liked you. July birthday. My birthday's the following week. I knew you were cool. Zoe, you okay. So, what message do you hope kids and adults will learn from this book?
What message?
That that to be kind.
Yes, be kind. Kindness is free.
Mm-hmm.
Be kind and respectful.
That's right, Zoe. That's right. So Zoe, so when you first wrote your book and you got published, when you held it for the first time, how did that make you feel?
It made me feel good.
It made you feel good, like, hey, I did a little something. I wrote a book. Hey, grandma, what does she call you?
What do you call me?
Nana.
Nana, thank you. I want to make sure I'm calling her. Well, you and Nana did something big and
Mm-hmm.
making such an impact on so many lives. You know that, right?
And I bet when my Nana was working on it, she felt so proud.
Yeah, she did. Look at her. So proud. So, since Nana was such a great support for you to write this book, will you be writing any more books in the future, Zoe?
Yes. And one of my new books will be called How to Respect Children.
Okay.
Okay, that's new to me.
Okay. Hey, I need you to write that down, Nana.
Okay, I respect children.
I need you to write that down. She said what she said, okay? So, for you, Nana, I'm gonna call you Nana now. You my Nana today. For you,
Okay, I
Nana.
don't mind being. I can be everyone's nana.
Yep.
So, so Nana, what's next for you? Okay, so we have social emotional learning focus, which you can get both books on Amazon. What's next for you?
Right now, I'm doing some consultant work with the school district,
Okay.
and this summer I will have what this will probably be my last summer of my grandchildren coming to visit. Not all, some of them will probably still come, but I have a 17-year-old who's going to be 18 in another couple of days.
He's 16.
Jaden is 17. Jaden is
Oh.
17 going to be 18. and he is going off to college. And this is my last summer to enjoy him. He's going to the University of Southern California.
Congratulations.
And I know that uh, once he gets there, a new journey begins. So this year, I still have all grandchildren coming to visit and spending a week with me, and that'll be fun. And after that, I'm going to be in the schools helping children of color or anyone that I can, because my goal is to be of service.
And you're doing that. You're doing that. Oh my God.
Yes.
Congratulations. That's, I know we had our talk and just, such an inspiration to so many, to Rena. I just continue to keep going. Some people retire and that's it. They're like, all right, I'm done. You said, oh no, I want to continue to be of service. So everyone, make sure you go to Amazon today to purchase My Skin is Brown and Social Emotional Learning Focus. And links will be posted above, but make sure you go and support them. Thank you both so much for being here today, shining a light on just being nice and being kind, and it does not matter the skin tone. And you taught us so much today, doctor, just in this short amount of time. I just want to let you know that.
Well, you know what, we in Chi-Town, and everything happens in the Chi.
All right, Chi-Town. Well, thank you guys so much for being on today. And Zoe, I can't wait for that next book to come out so I can get my copy.
Here
Okay.
you go. You're gonna say
yes. Looks like put it up higher.
Okay, and that's backwards, but okay.
No, we got it. It's right.
Make sure to buy this book in the link.
Yes, ma'am.
But if you don't, we'll still have more.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. And we will be in touch.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, beautiful. Bye, doctor. Have a good night. You guys give them some hand claps in the chat, some hearts in the chat. How amazing. I mean, to be 6 years old and to have that little bit of wisdom at 6, okay? All right. My next guest is the amazing Crystal Millar, and I hope I'm saying her last name right. And that's Coach Crystal, Fit Beyond 40. She's been coaching in mindset, health, and fitness space for over 18 years. She's a certified menopause health coach, personal trainer, fitness instructor, precision nutrition coach, and Adler trained life coach. Say that twice. She is out here changing lives one by one with people from all over the world, including myself. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, hailing from Canada, Coach Crystal.
Hi, Robin. Miss Robin, how are you? Congratulations on your 90th episode, by the way.
Thank you. I'm just so grateful for you to be here today. I've already been on your show, and now it's your turn to be interviewed. Isn't it funny when you're kind of on the opposite end of it all? You're used to being the interviewer, and then it's on the other, the opposite ends of that. So I'm just grateful for you and just everything that you do and stand for. So, Coach Crystal, tell me all about it. Tell me our why. How did we get started? Before you answer that, one of my questions you asked us the other day in session, and I laughed. I said, she doesn't know I'm going to ask her those same questions. You'll know in just a moment. Go.
Okay, so first and foremost, I'm so honored and blessed to be here. I love this. You had said that you're a connector, and I'm all about empowering women, encouraging women. I believe that we need to lift each other up. So first and foremost, thank you for having me here. I've been in this industry, yes, for 18 years. Pre-pandemic, I owned my own fitness studio, and when the pandemic hit, I listened to the Lord's call, and he said, shut it down and pivot 100% online. And that's exactly what I did. I followed his call, and I've been really, truly blessed to serve women across North America for the past 5 years,
Yeah.
serving them and helping women overcome self-sabotaging habits,
Mhm.
permanently release weight, create sustainable lifestyles, and feel freedom in their skin. And I think one of the questions you're going to ask me is my why. Well, I truly believe that this is a ministry that the Lord put on my heart. It just happens to be through fitness.
Right.
And, I gave my life to Christ 10 years ago, and He has been sanctifying my heart and regenerating my heart. And through this journey of deepening my relationship with Him,
Yeah.
He opened my eyes to really infuse faith with fitness. And one verse that I would just want to read out from 1 Corinthians 6, and this is verse 19. Do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God? You are not your own, for you were bought with a price. So
Yes.
glorify God in your body. And so
Amen.
I'm on a mission to serve women, yes, to get healthy, but for my Christian women, or maybe there are women out there who have, lost their way or are lukewarm. One of the ways that I want to teach fitness is through a faith based perspective, where this body houses the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit deserves a mansion, not a rundown hotel. And so I want to
Amen.
teach women, right? I want to teach them how to respect this body, how to fuel this body, how to love this body, because ultimately it belongs to Him. And when we respect this vessel, we are then healthy and have the energy to go out and He has a plan for our life. And so in
Yes.
order to do that, we need the Godfidence and the health and the energy. And that is on my heart, and which is my mission and my why when it comes to serving women.
Absolutely. Kesha, you put me back. So, I got another question for you. We were taking it like this week. I was just laughing. Um, I'm really big on core values, and so it was Coach Crystal has sessions and things like that, and I'm a part of their community. And so it was funny that you talked about core. I had already had these questions written out, so it was funny you were talking about core values.
Mm-hmm.
So you asked us on the call what our core values were. And so I knew mine from the door. So I was able to type mine right on in, and that's what it is. And so I want you to let the people know what are some of your core values, Coach Crystal.
Okay. How the tables have turned. Okay. Well, I think my biggest one that is important to me. I'm a God-fearing woman. I love God first and foremost. He is my everything. I love Him and put Him first before myself, before my husband, before my son, before those that I serve, before my family. God first and foremost is my number one.
Yes.
And to have that deep relationship with Him so that I can discern the voice of God is very important to me. And then, to be a woman of integrity, and in the fitness space, right? It's so easy to fall towards the secular realm where it's all about self.
Right.
But from my perspective, as a God-fearing woman, a woman of integrity, I want to think of Him before even my health. So before I work out, I praise the one who has given me this body first. Before, we all struggle with consistency. And so my challenge to, especially my Christian women, I ask you, well, have you given your health to the Lord? Because what do we struggle with? Self-control. What do we struggle with? Patience. Those are fruits of the Spirit.
Given.
And so that's why when you lean on your own strength, it's hard. So I want to share with my women to pray about it, to give it to the Lord. All of your anxieties, leave it at the foot of the cross. When the enemy is telling you that you're too tired, that you're too old, that you can't do it, what's the point? Or to procrastinate, I want you to say, you know what? Get behind me, Satan.
That's
I
right.
am praising the Lord and respecting him by taking care of this vessel. Lord, give me the energy, because the last thing I want to do right now is work out. But Lord, you have a plan for my life. And so please give me the energy to get through this walk, this 20-minute workout, whatever it may be, right? Or the temptation of craving foods that are going to bring you down, that are not going to make you energetic, but rather drain you. I want to challenge you. Is this food going to give me the energy I need to walk out my purpose? Or is it going to give me feelings of tiredness where I'm going to plop myself down on the couch and binge on Netflix because I won't have the energy? So that's where I want to be a woman of integrity. If I put God first, that means even in my health, he comes first.
Absolutely. Hold on. So, you should be very proud of me for getting up this morning and actually getting up this morning. You know,
Yeah.
mornings are tough for my butt to get up, and I actually got up and actually went to a actual spin class this morning.
Let's go.
I'm
God
like,
is good.
because normally it's getting out of the bed. Now, getting there is fine once you're there. You know, once you're up and working
Yeah.
out, whatever your workout is, it's something about that morning. And I've heard even before meeting you, you know, something about getting up in the morning and going ahead and starting your day with the workout. But actually doing it this morning, I said, I get to tell Coach Crystal she get to be
Yeah.
proud of me today.
Okay.
I got up.
High five, Robin. High five. Let's go.
I got up and went versus lunchtime. Normally it's lunchtime or, you know, in the evenings. And so actually getting up and actually going to a spin class, agreeing to go and which I love spin. So, you know, it was cool when I got there. It was fine. Now they were a little too excited at 5. It was 5:30 this morning. They were just a little too excited. I needed everybody to just bring it down a notch. They're like,
Yes.
good morning. I'm like,
Yeah,
but anyway,
understood. But
over.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you that you won the battle of the bed. I'm proud of you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So one question I have for you, because of who you serve in this, I'm going to call it ministry, because what you do is ministry.
Amen.
You serve ladies at a very pivotal age,
Yeah.
and that's women over 40.
Mm-hmm.
What made you say women over 40? I want to serve them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, my being 46 years young, 47 this year, you know,
Okay.
I have to admit that the menopause transition it's challenging. It really is. But eating healthier and taking care of your nutrition, and within my team, we're all over 40. On my team, I've got 40s, 50s, actually, and a 60-year-old on my team. So we've been there, done that. And so I really wanted to support women specifically over 40 who are possibly experiencing the menopause transition, because sometimes it feels like you're alone. So it's really great to know that you're a part of a community where you learn, how do you take care of your body? How can we balance our hormones in a natural way? And so myself going through it, you know, and then, you know, studying and becoming a menopause coach as well, I really wanted to help women age gracefully as opposed to fearfully, right? And confusing. Like, why, how come everything I do now that I used to do in my 20s, it doesn't work? That belly, you know, that belly fat, where did it come from? Why am I tired all the time? So I really wanted to support this generation. Now, I also, of course, you know, I'm open to training women in their 30s. Why not be proactive?
Right.
But I, you know, myself being in my 40s and working with women who have been going through the menopause transition, I want to really give them that support.
Awesome. And so we have a question. Where are you located?
Well, I am online. So you mentioned all my credentials. I am a Christian health coach and a transformational lifestyle coach. And so you can find me at fitbeyond40.com. And I also have a free Facebook group, which is called Fit Beyond 40 for Women. And this group, it's a free Facebook group. My coaches and I, we pour into our community with free 4-minute workouts. We have recipes in there. You know, we really try to nurture our women in there, and that's absolutely free. So I'd love for, you know, the audience to check me out there.
Awesome.
And I also have an upcoming 30-day challenge, which Miss Robin, you agreed to be a part of.
I did, yeah. I'm
So,
excited.
yep. So this 30-day challenge, it comes with 30 minute at-home workouts. It comes with a 30-day meal plan guideline. I will be doing it with you because I want to literally hold your hand, give you the accountability that you're looking for. You'll be in a community of like-minded women, and I'm really excited to all the listeners of your podcast. I will be giving a promo code to save $100. And so the link there, if they click on that link, I know that they're from one of your listeners. So I'm going to honor them and gift them with that. And a bonus along the way for my God-fearing women is I will be inviting them into our next Bible study. We'll be studying the book of Jude, which is a 7-week Bible study. And I'll also be hosting a live daily devotional to coincide with this challenge.
It's an amazing program. And so before I let you go, I just want to tell you that I appreciate you and just allowing me into, I'd say your world. Allow me into your world, and we're reading the book Let Them by Mel Robbins, if anybody has read it. And so what I love most about you is not just the health and wellness part of it, but we're talking about mindset, and mindset is everything, and it starts with the mind before you can even worry about, doing 20 push-ups.
Exactly. The mindset matters most.
Right.
And you're absolutely right. Mindset coaching is a part of my my signature program. And it's so important for us to get our mind right. And that's where the enemy wants to mess with us, right?
Yeah.
The enemy tries to feed us with lies, telling us that we can't do it. What's the point? You're too tired. And so we need to get the mind right. We need to release all those self-sabotaging thoughts and behaviors so that living a healthy lifestyle now is a part of your identity. And that's what we want to strive for. Mm-hmm.
And just do the one thing that you don't feel like doing today. Hey,
That's
I
it.
got up and went to the gym at 5:30. 5:30. All right. I'm going to sleep so good tonight. Anyway, thank you, Coach Crystal. I appreciate you. I'm grateful that you were here, gracing us with your presence today, dropping all the gems. You guys make sure you go and follow her. Please join the Fit Beyond 40 Women Facebook group, and to learn more about what she's doing and the life she's transforming, and you could be a part of that. So have a blessed night, and I'll be in touch, girl. I love you.
I wait to see you, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud to be a part of your health journey. God is
Thank
good.
you. I appreciate you. Bye. Give Coach Crystal some claps in the chat. Give her some claps in the chat. All right, y'all. Y'all not ready for this one, honey. The Nicole Johnson of Wealthy Women Lifestyle. She is a powerhouse financial strategist, honey. Best-selling author and the visionary founder of Wealthy Women Lifestyle and She Economy Hub, with a mission to help women break financial barriers and build lasting wealth. She equips high-achieving women with the mindset, strategies, and support to step into purpose-driven prosperity. All the way in the back, y'all give the Nicole Johnson some hand claps and a big old welcome. The Nicole Johnson. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Hey, the Nicole Johnson, girl. Girl.
Oh, you are so funny. Hi, everybody. Robin, I'm so glad to be here with you guys tonight. How are you?
I am doing well. I'm glad to see you. You got on your fabulous jewelry, honey. You said we're gonna work it. We said, Robin, I don't have my necklace on at the moment, but you said I'm coming to Robin's show. Let me put on all the jewels, and so I'm here for it. You look fabulous.
Thank you,
So
darling. Look, I'm representing for you. I am my sister's keeper.
I love it. I'm here for it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So wealthy women lifestyle. Tell the people. Talk about it.
People. Listen, it was a movement that came about after years and years of really trying to find my way financially. I was a single mom, I was divorced, I was raising two children, and my children became my why I wanted to become a homeowner. And I went to a mortgage seminar expecting to be told how to become that homeowner. Instead, I was judged by my financial circumstances and told that I would never be a homeowner.
Oh,
And
lovely.
listen, he didn't know me. He hold on. He didn't know me.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Do that one more time. Do that one more time. I got to see that again.
He didn't know me. That was just the motivation I needed to put the icing on the cake. And that was the early part of 2008.
Okay.
On 9/9 of '09, I became a first-time homeowner. But the joy was watching my kids walk through the doors and the house and the backyard. But
Yeah.
the icing on the cake was going back to that very same seminar with keys, garage door opener, and cashier's closing check to say, "Now, that's what you had said."
You let them know, honey. Sometimes you got to show folks better than you can
No,
tell them.
right. You got to show up and show out.
You got to show them. Sometimes you got to pop out and show them. You know.
Yeah, pop out and show them. That was the original. Never mind. I'm not going there with you and your viewers tonight. That was the original find out. That was the
Okay.
original
Yes.
find out. Okay, there we go. But it was an amazing accomplishment. And so it became the foundation of why I began to help other single moms overcome the housing program. And then it moved into budgeting and then money management. And really, how do I find financial freedom?
Okay.
And so I serve women. And let me say this, if there's some men out here, listen, I have a message for you too. I direct it to the women, but we need our kings in our households doing the same thing. So whether you are a single dad, whether you are a father, a husband, a son, you impact the women in the household. So the message is for you too. But because I look like this is who I serve. And I want to ensure that I do everything to be what I needed when I was sitting in that spot. So I literally am my sister's keeper, and God has given me so many blessings. I cannot count, and I believe blessings are meant to be shared. So I just keep my focus on continuing to serve my the women in my community with accountability, with knowledge. I have another part of the business. Her name is Nikki. Okay. And yeah, she pops up all the time and shows out. But it's the support. It is the no judgment zone where women can say, I've been failing at this. And now that I can share and be honest, can you help me? And that's when the transformation happens. That's the fun part of it. And so I love what I do. And I'm just actually scaling up to make it more international. So I am. Yes, I was recently selected to be the USA country director for Mindset Mastery 360. And so I am in charge of all the initiatives for this country through that program. And so our initiative is to help women in their mindset. I focus specifically on money mindset and developing a new relationship with your money.
Love it. So I'm gonna put you on the spot because that's what we do here at the Mamapreneur podcast. All right. So the Nicole Johnson. So if there's a woman right now, yeah, baby, yes, give me the drum roll. All right. So the woman right now who wants to buy a house in this crazy inflation economy we have today. And she may be a little discouraged because of the circumstances.
Mhm.
What do you tell her?
Get a plan. Contact me so we can get a plan. Because even though this may not be the right time to purchase, the time is coming. And when it comes, I want you to be ready. So when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Okay? And so this might be the time to save more. Now, we can make saving fun. Might be the time to decrease the amount of debt you have. We can do that. This might be the time to get your other financial affairs in order. That's okay.
Mhm.
Good things can happen when you do the preparation, so that when the market begins to turn, because it's going to always turn, the tide always turns, time always changes. And when that interest rate begins to drop lower, when Agent Orange is no longer sitting on Pennsylvania Avenue, wait, wait.
And I wish I had a fan. Dad, I want my water, as you call him, Agent Orange, before the story. Maybe that's funny to
When
me.
all of those things come to an end and it's your time,
Yeah.
you want to be ready. You want that savings amount to be, it could be built so high that you really have the opportunity to call the shots. Now, there are programs that still exist that may be able to make it your time now.
Yeah.
So don't think that your season is over because it looks bad. Because when I purchased my home, I put two nonprofit organizations together. They had never worked together before. So when I locked in my interest rate, it locked at 2.25%. I only had $600 at the closing table, and my mortgage was less than $900.
Girl, because you don't
When I say mix it up, I can do some things. And anything can happen when you have a strategic roadmap, and I'm your strategist.
And you got your house in the middle of the 2008 stuff, which I'm working in the mortgage industry. So I was in the middle of all of that fun.
When the mortgage was, when the housing industry was crashing. And not only did I buy my house, not only did I get that 2.25% interest rate, I got the refundable $8,000 credit that I first
Amen.
Listen, the girl was rocking it all the way around. And again, that was nothing but a blessing to happen at that time, because at the time that I closed, it was less than 30 days that it changed from that being a credit you had to pay back on your taxes to going to a refundable credit on your tax return.
That's amazing. So before we close out, I want you to let everyone know you have an event coming up in August.
Yes.
Tell them real quick how they can find out more about the event, how anyone is interested in learning more about your community and get involved. Let them know.
So your power team has the Wealthy Women Lifestyle Academy.com website up there. That is where they can see how I can help them get on their strategic roadmap plan. There's another link where you can find me on Facebook. The Facebook community is Wealthy Women Lifestyle. Just search that and you'll get to the community. I do a lot more on school, and that is school at wealthywomenlifestyle.com. But right now, Robin, we're looking for speakers. Everybody has a story. And in that prosperity summit, we talk about how to be prosperous, and that prosperity isn't always about a dollar. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, because
we like a dollar.
We like a dollar. We like a whole, especially when it's a whole community of them, okay? Because they get the things that make me happy. But we also look at, as Coach Crystal talked about, with our health and wellness, but we also need emotional prosperity. We need spiritual prosperity. So we are looking for speakers who want to tell their story on why they do what they do for their community. So you can click that link. My biggest accomplishment is I host a women's vision and empowerment retreat every year in January. So I'm big on vision boards. I want to help you set your strategic roadmap for the upcoming year. So they can, when they find me on Facebook or school, they get a whole lot of information about it, because when it says write the vision and make it plain.
I got my shirt on right now. My Write the Vision, can't quite see it. My Write the Vision, make it plain shirt on right now.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I like to teach them that it's okay to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress. So
That is
you build that out at the retreat, and they leave more empowered. They have more vision. They have more clarity. Stickers and all those good things are pretty, but when you can actually see how to pay down, like my client, $75,000 worth of debt in 15 months.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That we are making strides when it comes to your goals. And that's my passion.
Well, thank you so much for being here, sis. I can't wait to connect in person. I can love on you in person and give you a hard time in person. You know, that's what we do here, give you a hard time. You know, we'll be talking next week anyway, but still, I can't wait to.
That's right. That's right.
And my one of my friends who is posting about emotional intelligence, my friend Dr. Rena Lyons. I'll make sure y'all connect. So yes.
Absolutely. So good. Thank you for having me. And thank you, Robin, for having me. I appreciate it. And your power team back there is doing all the greatness. I love it. Thank you.
Yes, she's amazing. We'll talk soon. Y'all give Nicole some claps in the chat. Give her some claps in the chat. All right. To close this thing up, to wrap this up with a nice little bow, the amazing Andrew and excuse me, Kiana Joyner. Excuse me. I took a sip of water and went down the wrong pipe. They are the founders of Soul Journey Therapy and Coaching Services, a husband and wife team committed to helping individuals, couples, and professionals transform their lives. Kiana is a licensed clinical social worker with over a decade of experience specializing in anxiety, trauma, relationships, and women's empowerment. And she's also the amazing author of Take the Step, a journal to propel you towards real change. And she is also a certified wealth educator. We got people that can educate us on money. Then we have Mr. Andrew, who is a certified professional coach and HR expert with over 14 years of leadership development and workplace wellness experience. And he helps clients overcome burnout, strengthen relationships, and lead purpose-driven lives. And he is also a certified wealth educator as well. Ladies and gents and ladies, Kiana, Andrew, Warner, the dream team, honey, the dream team.
Hi.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Welcome. And I'm so grateful for you guys being here today, joining us, closing us out today. And so I met Kiana some time ago and just instantly was like, that's family. That's family right there. You know, she's, she's from a whole nother state, but she came in and just that instant connection. And then she told me about you guys and your practice and, who you serve and everything. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. You don't really see a lot of couples that do counseling together. You normally see if both parties are therapists, you normally see it separately.
Right.
And then to hear more about what you guys do, I thought was just amazing. And then having the group sessions and things like that. So I know I'm telling a little bit of your story. Go ahead and tell everybody what you do. Go. How you got started. What made you say, let's do this together? Whoever wants to go first.
When we said I do.
Well, clearly.
But no, I think we've always really prioritized teamwork. That was something early on that was a big thing for us. We're a team, we're a team, we're a team. So
Yeah.
that naturally ended up flowing into different business ventures. And we started a YouTube channel initially. And then as we continued on, it developed into soul journey therapy and coaching services. And we did say that that's our niche, of being able to be a couple providing couples therapy to give a balanced perspectives. We're not here to take sides. We're
Right.
here to hold both of you accountable and just offer a unique experience. So like you were saying, that you don't really get that often. We've been married almost 12 years, together 15, and just felt like it was at a good phase to be able to really help other couples experience the fulfillment and the power and strength that their relationship can actually have.
Awesome. Awesome. What about you, Andrew? Why do you love being with this woman and going hand in hand, helping other couples, all the things? I'm giving Andrew a hard time. He ain't met me yet. I gotta give him a hard time, you know. Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Well, I would say Kiana and I, we've always had a passion for giving back to others. We always find ourselves in positions to share information, share knowledge that we've been able to gather, whether it be about our finances or about relationships, about communication, spirituality, whatever it has been. We've always kind of found ourselves doing that. So it just felt like a very natural step to, as we launched our business, to really focus on couples that we could really pour into them, and we learn from them as well.
Right.
It's definitely a two-way street. We've been very fortunate to have a lot of relationship mentors in our lives who have been married for 30, 40, 50 years in some cases. And we benefited so much from a lot of that knowledge and that wisdom that we were able to gather from them. And then with our collective training, we felt like it was really a no-brainer to go in that path.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I know that you all do group coaching. Um, how's that experience like, with the other couples? Is it something that you guys do? Is it like a weekly? Is it a monthly? How does that normally kind of go? And is that virtual or in person? I like to ask that question just because, we have people that listen from all over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we offer couples therapy virtually, and whatever that couple looks like as well. We want to make it clear it's not married, it's not certain genders, it's
Right.
open to whatever you consider a couple. We're here to help you and support you in that. So we also do couple seminars. We did one of those a few weeks ago.
Amazing.
And that was amazing. We had over 10 couples that showed up and really helped teach them about communication. What is your communication style? What is your partner's? And the importance of understanding that foundation, because communication issues are the number one reason that couples have challenges. So if we can give you those tools to communicate more effectively, that can have a benefit long term.
Awesome. Awesome. And for you, Andrew, you coach on the burnout piece of it all. How do you kind of help people move past that piece? Because it's so much, I think most folks, when they get to burnout stage, they're kind of at the end.
Mm-hmm.
They've gone through it all and they're like just drained at this point.
Yeah.
So how do you kind of help people that are dealing with that?
Yeah. Well, it's difficult. If someone's already reached burnout, really the conversation shifts to, what are the tools, what are the strategies that we can leverage, that they can leverage to kind of start to change their mindset or strike a new path for themselves. But the real goal is to intervene before they get to that burnout stage, especially when it comes to relationships. Because once you get to that burnout stage, it's a real difficult road ahead if you're trying to recover that relationship, whatever it may be. So hopefully they would reach out to us before they got to that burnout stage. But if they are there, we stay patient. We ask a lot of questions. We really want to dive deep about their expectations, individually and as a couple. We, as Kiana was mentioning, we dive very deep into their communication styles, because what we've discovered is, there's three, primary pillars of a successful relationship. And we're talking about romantic relationship here, but love, trust, and then communication.
Yeah.
And all three of those things support one another. And if one of them fails, then the other two will also fail.
All by the wayside. Yep.
Yeah. So if they are coming to us for therapy, we know that really all three are shaky. So so we really dive into the communication side of that, and we go really deep. And expectations, unmet and uncommunicated expectations are a killer of any relationship.
Absolutely.
So that's where we really go to try to identify what the problem is and what are some potential solutions that they can explore.
Okay. And real quick, one transformational story that you guys helped a couple that might have been like, you know what, it's a wrap. I'm done. And you've turned that around.
Mm.
Can you give me a quick little story of how you kind of helped turn that around?
Yeah, so there's a couple that comes to mind. They've been married about 15 years or so, and we're on the verge of being empty nesters. And they were realizing, okay, we need to make sure we know each other, because the focus becomes so much on the kids and the day to day and just all of those things, you lose sight of yourselves as a couple. And in the beginning, they, were giving each other all kind of looks during the session, looks that could kill.
Yeah.
And we really helped, as Andrew was saying, bridge that communication gap, really help them understand that you all really do want the same thing. You're just going about it different ways. So how can we get on the same page, have more conversations so that we can bring back that spark, bring back the life and energy and, just kind of excitement in the relationship. And when you see the shifts in conversation where they're a little more flirty again and the little touches and all of that, to see those transformations and to see them complimenting each other in the session, there's nothing like it. So it's always just very rewarding for us when we can see couples have more clarity and kind of reconnect again.
Absolutely. It's just, hey, a little pat on your back's like, to do a little something to do with that. So let everyone know how they can get in touch with you. You never know who's listening or watching right now who may need your services. So how can they follow you, reach you if they want a consultation with you guys, all the things? Go.
Yeah, so as you see below, we do have our website, souljourneyproject.com. We are on Facebook and Instagram at Soul Journey Project. We do respond to messages. We get back to you. We do a complimentary consultation to really be able to process, where are we at? Is one party interested and the other's not? Trying to get a feel for where are we at when it comes to this. And then we also, even with our couples, will offer individual sessions too, with both of us offering like a 2-to-1 with that person too, because sometimes we need to kind of take one party out and really be able to dive in a little deeper on, okay, what's going on here? Let's get some clarity. And the value there as well. And then we do, as you said before, we do have our coaching services and therapy services. I focus on high achieving women that are wanting more fulfillment. Mm-hmm. And you already heard what Andrew focuses on. So we're available for any of that too. And I know the link popped up earlier too, but we do have a journal as well. It's hard to see with
your lighting's messing with it. There it is. But I'm gonna post it anyway later. But yeah, it's messing with it right now.
Yes, we do have a journal as well. Take the step. That's kind of our slogan for Soul Journey. And the journal is really a 6-step process to help you move towards change. So traditional journaling, we find ourselves just kind of stewing, focusing on the problem. But in this case, it actually gives you some clear steps, ending with an action step to help move you forward and see real progress. So that's a new baby of Andrew and I's that was recently birthed.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here today. And I'm just very grateful to know you, Kiana, and hopefully get to meet you one day, Andrew, in
Absolutely.
person, and just continued success. I know what you guys are doing is very powerful, and it's just such an impact on so many lives. So thank you for what you do because it is needed. So everyone, thank you so much for being here tonight for episode 90 of the Mamapreneur podcast. I hope you guys got some amazing gems from everybody tonight. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a blessed night.